High school principal steals $80,000. Government planners want fetus education. Toronto School Board promotes necrophilia. It's all coming up on the Animal Politics Show. Good evening, everyone. My name is Fat Cat, and this is another edition of the Animal Politics Show. It is November 26, 2011. I have to make a confession. Fat Cat has been a bad kitty. Yes, he's been he's been a rogue kitty. Just like those rogue lemonade stands with the 12-year-old girls getting arrested for doodling on desks, and 11-year-old girls getting arrested for having a lemonade stand. Yes, Fat Cat has been a bad kitty because he thinks public schools are insane. Why do I think this? Well, let's start with Principal Alicia banning balls in schoolyards. Yes, we can't have those rogue balls flying around, as we learned next week. But now, in addition, Lady Gaga, the queen of demonic pop music and Satan culture and death, drops by Etobicoke School of the Arts.
Best propaganda.
Hello, Jacques Saint-Pierre. This is Lady Gaga, and hello to ESA in Toronto. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you for being such a strong advocate for the LGBT community in your school. There should be more little monsters like you. My father always saves all of the fan letters that I receive, and I read yours very recently and wanted to send this video to you on behalf of not only my team, the House of Gaga, but little monsters around the world. It is important that we push the boundaries of love and acceptance. It is important that we spread tolerance and equality for all students. In light of the recent suicide of Jamie Rodemeyer because of the bullying that he experienced in school, I am going to be working as hard as I can to make bullying a hate crime. I love you all so very much, and thank you for listening to me, and thank you for listening to Jacques Saint-Pierre. Have a wonderful day at school, and love each other, treat each other with kindness, because goodbye.
Yes, good job, Toronto School Board. Good job, ESA, Etobicoke School of the Arts. You managed to pack in 2 full auditoriums of death worshippers. Lady Gaga fans tearing up in the eyes and crying over Lady Gaga's anti-bullying message. Yes, we have to watch out for those rogue balls, Principal Alicia, in the schoolyard. Yes, we have to watch out for those rogue bullies pulling on people's hair and kicking them and throwing tennis balls at them, because that's the real danger. The real danger can't be Lady Gaga herself, someone who murdered her best friend and pushed her off of a New York City apartment building in 2008, stole all her songs, stole her image, and then less than a month later, after her friend commits suicide by falling out of a New York apartment building, Lady Gaga emerges as a pop icon. Yes, my children, initiation into the culture of death. Her name is Lena Morgana, and apparently she jumped off of a New York City building in 2008, and now Lady Gaga looks exactly like her, makes songs exactly like her. Lena Morgana. She even makes a video about her best friend called Paparazzi, where she recreates her friend's death falling off a building. Watch the video. Lady Gaga at Etobicoke School of the Arts, pushing anti-bullying. This is the role model for our children at public schools. This is why public schools are insane. Principal Alicia is insane. If you send your kids to public school, you are insane. It is an insanity factory. Because you send your little children there and they learn to worship a death goddess, Lady Gaga. And if you didn't catch her on her necrophiliac tour, you should have. She had real dead bodies plastified at Chinese political prisoners and Chinese factory slaves put on stage for your amusement so you can worship them. And Lady Gaga, the necrophiliac tour that she went on, and all the little girls and children, this is her role model, and they worship her as she comes to public schools. Yes, Principal Alicia is very, very happy. Check this out.
Lady Gaga met with President Obama over the issue of teen bullying, as she promised in a series of tweets last week. She attended a fundraiser hosted by Obama last night in Palo Alto, and at $35 grand a ticket, it was obviously a very exclusive event. Now, according to reports, Gaga and Obama met briefly prior to the start of the event, where she spoke with him about her views on bullying. Once the Q&A portion of the event began, Gaga stood up and read a letter from a fan concerning the death of Jamie Rodemeyer, a 14-year-old boy who committed suicide this month after being bullied and taunted for being gay. She then made a plea to everyone in attendance to consider her proposed law of making bullying illegal. No word on Obama's response, but we're sure he was extremely receptive to her.
Yes, Lady Gaga, shower us with your evil. Tell us how evil the bullies are at school while you worship and promote a culture of death. Too bad Fat Cat missed your necrophilia tour. I hear all your little fans, your little monsters, are really into necrophilia. Thank goodness you promote it in our public schools and we worship you. And pack auditoriums filled with fans and get bonus marks on tests for worshiping. Yes, the little monsters. But if this isn't bad enough, a principal at Martin Grove Collegiate in Toronto has pled guilty to stealing from students almost $80,000 from Martin Grove Collegiate students. Incidentally, this is where Jack Bauer attended high school. Yes, Kiefer Sutherland must be proud of Principal Terry Bater. But hey, we check out the Ontario College of Teachers website, and his status is in good standing. Yes, we love it when you steal from children, worship Lady Gaga, and ban balls. Yes, those rogue balls that are so dangerous, and worship Lady Gaga, who murdered her best friend Lena Morgana in 2008. And the school council even created a Terry Bater Spirit Award. Yes, and they give it to all the good little monsters at Martin Grove Collegiate in memory of a principal. This guy, Terry Bater, that stole almost $80,000 from students. Everyone thought he was such a nice man. He's such a nice guy. They created an award just for him. Yes, Terry Bater, you sly dog, stealing from those little monsters while showing them Lady Gaga necrophilia videos. Prop them up with role models that worship death and sexual intercourse with death. Yeah, here's a good role model for our little ones, our little children. This is why public schools are insane. But I'm the one who's crazy. Fat Cat has been a very, very bad kitty, pointing out those rogue balls and Principal Alicia and Terry Bater. If this isn't bad enough, a few days ago, Fat Cat learned from an email correspondence that the Toronto District School Board has recently coerced every single student in the board to write a survey, yes, to help for the enjoyment of the average student, to help them succeed in life. Because the more they know about you, the better off you're going to be, the more successful you will become. I got some emails about what kinds of questions the school board was asking of its little monsters. Yes, what do they want to know to help you succeed in this 5-page survey that took away from instructional time, apparently. In classrooms, what do they want to know? They want to know what job your mother has. Yes, how much money your mother makes. Write it down, little monsters. They want to know how much money your father makes. Who do you live with at home? What do you like to do after school, little monsters? Are you worshiping your Lady Gaga? You better be, because she's a role model for your future and your culture of death. They want to know your sexual orientation. They want to know if you like speaking with adults. Yes, do you like talking with adults? Do you feel happy, my children? Little monsters, do you feel happy? Do you feel happening and happy while you worship Lady Gaga's culture of death? How happy do you feel? Are you medicated? Do you have any medical issues? Yes. Tell us everything about yourself. Remember, in one U.S. school, they actually connect GPS tracking systems to your children and track them wherever they go. There's no limit to the amount of information to be collected for your success, my children. Check this out.
News you think is fake, but is actually real.
Kids skip school for a number of reasons.
I fell into the wrong group of people, and then my grades started going down, and I started not doing things that people should be doing.
I was never really paying attention in class because I was just distracted, hanging around with friends.
The Anaheim Union High School District is the first in California to pilot a global positioning system to track 7th and 8th graders with 4 or more unexcused absences in this school year. The students are required to carry the handheld GPS and enter a code at 5 selected times during the day. Each morning, kids receive a reminder call to get to school. Experts agree part of the truancy solution is developing better habits, along with setting high expectations.
Expectations are a very important tool in trying to improve performance. If you don't set goals, you won't feel bad, but neither will you achieve high goals either.
It does not take a long time before these kids see, God, they're making good grades, they're doing fun things, so it's okay to be smart. They have the potential, and they just really need that boost.
And it gives students who really want it a second chance.
Now I'm actually trying to graduate and go to college, at least a technical school or whatever, and get a little degree in something.
Yes, my children. Lady Gaga's little monsters. This is why public schools are insane. If you work at a public school, chances are you are insane. If you send your children there, you're insane. If you're a student there, you're insane. If you're Principal Alicia or Terry Bator, you are insane. You steal from them. You indoctrinate them into the culture of death. And if this isn't bad enough, let's check out John Taylor Gatto, a 29 and 8-month-year veteran of the school board. He quit after almost 30 years because he just couldn't take it anymore, what he was doing to his little monsters. Yeah, he's insane.
Schooling is a form of adoption. You give your kid away at his most, or his or her most plastic years, to a group of strangers. You accept a promise, sometimes stated and more often implied, that the state, to its agents, knows better how to raise your children and educate them than you, your neighbors, your grandparents, your local traditions do. And that your kid will be better off so adopted. By the time the child returns to the family or has the option of doing